from the US.
Hi, I'm Elena from Germany.
Hi, I'm Sully from France.
Woo! Okay.
Oh.
Fighting versus. I mean, it's a bit difficult because USA is like still one country, right?
Yeah.
And in Europe we have like
a lot of
many,
many countries.
but tall, good-looking, model-like.
Europeans or Americans?
American.
Oh, Americans!
So fits my image already. Perfect.
But I also think
yeah.
Europeans are quite tall too.
Germany
is quite tall.
For me, I kind of had like, not anymore, but when I was younger, I think I had the kind of Tumblr girl image. The leggings with like
Flower
Nikes
crown.
and like jumper girl, but with the Starbucks. And when I was in high school, because we also had like a lot of teen movies, so that was kind of the image.
Yeah.
But yeah, maybe I'm wrong, right?
Oh, I did not believe in wearing leggings outside of the house or outside of athletic activities. I didn't like it.
Like
I
the
hated it.
pumpkin spice latte.
Those are good. The fall
Yeah, the
aesthetic.
full
Yeah.
aesthetic girl.
Yeah.
I had that kind of image.
There were a lot of those, I thought.
I don't know about that. Like in the German case, of course, there are many women who also like to dress very feminine and put on makeup and stuff like that. But a lot of my girlfriends, they don't do makeup at all. They don't really like to dress up cutely or like in a very feminine way. So it is super different for everyone. Like I would not say
Yeah.
German women are super feminine like all around everyone.
I think if I think of like a movie, like
Oh,
if we're looking at like movies, then I think like European women oftentimes come across as being a lot more feminine or like,
I think so.
you know, sexy.
Yeah. In a lot of US movies, sometimes there would be like a strong like female character or something.
Or like a lot more boyish,
Yeah,
like tomboy
tomboy.
characters. And I haven't seen that a lot in European films.
Yeah, maybe not as much, but it really depends too. Because I know in the U.S. like people, there are really feminine women, but then there are also, especially on Instagram, a lot of like girls working out and stuff, and that can be considered as kind of
Like more masculine.
more masculine.
We grew up doing a lot of sports. The football field, a lot of women out there, like growing up.
For me, I feel like it really depends person to person.
But I would say generally, maybe it's more the actions that they express their gender identity through rather than their outside. Like a lot of as I said, my girlfriends, they don't dress up like cutely or anything like that, but they love to cook or take care of others, which are more like feminine traits traditionally. So yeah, it kind of depends on which aspect you want to concentrate on, like outside or inside.
Yeah.
I think it really depends, like especially in Europe, I think it depends from the country.
Oh, that is
Because
true.
like
Yeah.
you cannot put all Europe together
It is
for
so
like
different.
fashion. I
Yeah.
think.
Fashion, the fashion is different.
Yeah,
in
it's
each
really
country.
different. Like even the makeup style is different.
Yeah.
Right?
So
Like if you
different.
look at the UK and then like France, you will see a big difference.
Yeah.
So
Oh.
different. I love seeing all the different
Yeah,
types
yeah.
of fashion.
Especially, like I feel like in Europe, when we see like tourists, you can kind of tell where they're from on like
A little bit, yeah.
The
way they
fits.
dress.
Yeah.
It really depends because there's a lot of different styles, a lot of different fashion styles in the US.
Athleisure is really big right now. Like the model off beauty, which is like not like ladylike necessarily.
But I mean, if you look at us right now,
Yeah,
you know
I'm
the
like-
European style,
I know, like what we're wearing.
monochromatic.
Yeah.
It's kind of
Form-fitting.
funny because we're wearing similar outfits, and then you guys are wearing similar outfits. This was not planned.
Even in Europe, France is kind of known for being fashionable. You know, the fashion,
Yeah.
high fashion and
Yeah,
stuff like
high
that.
High fashion.
I don't think it's really related to the people itself. It's more like we have a lot of designer brands, like luxury brands, Yves Saint Laurent, Chanel. So it kind of makes it look really feminine, I guess. So
Yeah, and that's
that
not
might be the
necessarily representative.
yeah, like that's
of
not
most
necessarily
people.
how people dress every day.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
I think so.
But it depends on the age group.
Like
Yeah,
let's say 20s in US. In my image of the US, I feel like there's a lot more chance they wear sneakers.
Okay.
Yeah.
For example, like in France, like 20s, like high school teens, they also wear a lot of sneakers, and there's like it's getting bigger. But like I feel like there's a lot more chance might wear heels.
Not a lot of people from the US wear heels on a daily
When-
basis unless they're working.
When I lived in the US, I went to like middle school.
Oh, wow! Wow!
Like, well, they're like heels, but like at least in like wedges, if nothing else. And then I went to high school and I would wear like heels every day. But I always carried my sneakers with me.
Also, I think the makeup style too,
Style is
like
different.
Very
Definitely.
different.
like
Yeah.
the Instagram baddie look is
That's
really
like
popular
yeah,
in
at
the
least in the
US.
US.
America, yeah.
Yeah, in the US, like you'll see the glam makeup.
Yeah.
Yeah. Although the brows are getting a little more toned down and natural.
Yeah, but the lashes.
Yeah.
I feel like American women take marriage very seriously.
Yeah, I think in the US, people they don't rush into marriage.
Yeah, we're all about
We
dating
take
10
it
years before.
slow. Yeah.
Live together first.
Yeah.
And make sure you have everything figured out.
Usually a lot of people from the US, they move out at a
Very young
fairly
age.
young age, and then they will actually live with their partner for a while, like years before they even
Yeah.
get married.
Yeah.
Whereas sometimes I hear in other countries that they live with their parents until they're married, and then they move
Yeah.
out and live with their partner.
Imagine not living on your own and then having to live with someone. That's terrifying.
Yeah, you have to learn a lot quick.
Again, this might be different for other European countries, but in Germany it's pretty much the same. Like many people, they have to move out from the parents because their university will be in a different city than their parents'
That makes
city.
sense.
So they might live with friends and, you know, later on live with their boyfriend or girlfriend. But yeah, marriage, I heard nowadays people marry a bit earlier again, maybe because, you know, the whole world is so insecure. So you want at least somebody on your side. But
Oh
in
my God.
general, yeah, you know each other a couple of years before you get married, definitely.
Yeah.
In Germany.
Yeah.
Like in France as well, I think we do move out quite early. Because same, like we go to university in other cities. So most people like after high school, unless the university is in the city they live, there's more chance they move out around like 18 or 19, I think. Some live with their friends, alone or with their boyfriends. Wedding itself is like, most of my friends in my age group, like we don't really have wedding or marriage as like an end goal in life.
That is true.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't think
Yeah.
that's
So-
a very common thought in America though either.
Yeah.
Like,
Like I feel like a lot of people they are okay with just dating and living with their partners without
Yeah.
actually getting married.
Yeah.
Same, I think in the US.
I think it's also related to faith.
yeah, about your religion.
And in France we also have something else. Like we don't have only wedding, like marriage. We also have like something called the
Life
pacts,
part, maybe
which
that's
to be honest I don't know really deeply about. But like
Interesting.
it's kind of like by the law you're recognized as partners
yeah.
without actually being married.
I like that.
It's
Yeah,
an
I
op- a different
That's good to
option,
have.
but a
Yeah.
lot of couples in their 30s have been taken.
In the US, maybe compared to some other countries, it's not pressured as much from our
be.
parents to get married at a certain age.
Yeah.
you
It's the
guys.
same.
It's the same.
Yeah, my parents never have asked me so far, like,
Yeah.
when are you
Yeah,
gonna get
same.
married? Never. If they would, I would say, Mom, Dad,
Yeah.
please,
I
come
think-
down.
Yeah, I think in my family it's like wherever I get married or not, like
It's your
really nobody
business.
care. Like I mean, if I want to, then it's okay. But if I don't want to, nobody will ask me why or when. Yeah.
Are you guys like super direct, asking people out?
I feel like it's a German image.
This is like just my personal experience, but I think like when I liked a guy, yeah, I pretty much just said, hey, let's do something. Like I didn't say, oh, let's go on a date together so we can, you know, date. But I
Yeah.
would ask to do something together, and vice versa. Some people might like to go a little bit more discreet because if they're, you know, rejected, it won't hurt as bad.
Oh, yeah.
If you think like you vibe with someone, you would try to spend time with them one-on-one as soon as possible, I think. Not in friends so much.
I don't think we're as direct. I don't go direct. I go like this. I mean, like in France as well, we also have a little bit of the image like German are more direct to the point, like more straightforward. I don't think we're really direct.
How
when it
about
comes
you
to
guys?
dating.
If you fancy somebody?
I think it's very case by case.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah.
It really depends.
Like, you have to remember when I was living in the US, I was a high schooler. So when I was there, I didn't ask anyone out. I was too nervous and like insecure to do that.
Yeah.
Now I'll be a lot more direct because I'm a little more roundabout. Like I'll ask you like, oh, like you want to go get coffee sometime?
Yeah, for me too. Like I never be like, oh, you want a date. It's
I'll
more
do- I'll do
like,
that.
I ask something, but it might be a date, but I don't say it.
Yeah, but I won't say it's a date, and I won't be the one to be like, you want to be official?
Yeah.
That's not me.
From my friends' experiences, everyone's a little bit different, but I would say I've seen a lot of people, they'll like date, but they won't say they're dating. They'll be seeing each other and they hang out a lot. They'll have, you know, dinners together. They'll even be like hooking up. They're not a couple.
We're not official yet.
For a
Like,
while.
yeah.
You know, and then maybe if they really start getting quite close, they'd be like, maybe they'll have a talk like, okay, so like, what
Are
is
we
this?
gonna do it now?
Are we just having fun, or are we like,
Yeah.
do we want to be together? I think that happens a lot in the
I
US.
think in France these days it's also kind
Yeah.
of like
Yeah.
it's not really like starting from today we're a
Yeah.
couple, you know, like I
Today's
don't
our
think
first
it's like
date.
first date.
I think it really depends on the person. Some people, they see someone, they're like, oh, I just want to date that person. But from the most part, for example, me and my friends, we like to really get to know the person before
Yeah.
we want to make a commitment in a relationship.
See, I think that way. And then
Yeah.
if you look at my current relationship and my previous one, it did not go that way.
Was just right
My-
into it.
Yeah, I started dating my ex like a week after I met him.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, it usually takes me a while.
Yeah, for me
before-
too.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. I think also it depends like Europe, like if it's Eastern or Western Europe.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's
I
true.
think also might be different because Western Europe we don't really have like I mean old times we did have like a lot of religious belief,
Yeah.
but right
But
now
nowadays,
I don't think so. And also like since Europe is like easier to travel to country, right? So like there's a lot of women that travel by themselves.
I think in the US, it also depends where you're from, because there are some areas that are predominantly more religious than others. In the middle or the
Yes.
south is
Yeah.
where there's more religion.
In Georgia, where I lived, because I grew up in California, so like equally as independent as men. Maybe not in our
Yeah.
wages and stuff, but like in our minds. I feel like Louisiana and like Alabama are like way more southern and like religious than Georgia is.
Yeah, they have like
Yeah.
a kind of different culture.
Yeah.
there.
My Eastern European friends have mentioned that they don't feel like they have as much freedom in their countries.
Yeah, I think it really depends in Europe where you actually from, and then religion, like which kind, like because there's different religions in Europe as
Yeah.
well. Also like your education as well, I think.
Okay, so today we talked about the differences between American girls and European girls.
So if you like this video, please comment, subscribe, and give us a thumbs up. Thank you.
bye bye.